Hey guys, so I am 30 weeks and 4 days pregnant today with my third baby. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do an update. If I look a little tired, it's because I haven't been up too long. It's 4th of July, I have today off. I think I forgot to, oh my god, this like hair right here, what the heck? I think I forgot to film or I didn't have time to film a 29 week update. What are you doing?
I want more cereal.
Okay, baby. Hold on a minute.
I want more chocolate squares, and it's so yummy inside of it.
We don't have any more chocolate squares. You guys ate them all, so you have to pick a different one.
Okay, Booty!
Okay, let me get him some more cereal. Okay, I'm back. He needed some more cereal. So I'm 30 weeks and 4 days. So I'm just gonna, I have to tell you how my last growth scan went. Because for those who don't know, the baby has a growth restriction. It's only in the first percentile. So I am going to be induced at 37 weeks. So I'll talk about that appointment in a minute, but first I'm just going to talk about my symptoms, gonna get that out of the way, and then talk about my appointment and the size of the baby and all that. So I still throw up like a lot of mornings out of the week, about 4 or 5. I don't think it's gonna stop. I think it's gonna that's just it. That's just what it's gonna be for the rest of my pregnancy. And I can't freaking wait to feel normal again in like 6.5 weeks. I mean, yeah, you have a little bit of soreness and stuff like that after you have a baby, but the freaking sickness, the heartburn, like everything else just goes away instantly, and it's insane. So I can't wait to finally feel normal again. There's that, and then my freaking skin, and I keep forgetting to like mention this. I just want to rip it off because this pregnancy has been so dry, like especially the skin on my legs. Like this was before I got sunburnt, because I did get sunburnt when I went to visit my friend, but it has just been, and here, let me show you. There's laundry down here too because I need to do it, but like it's peeling from the sunburn, but on top of that, it's just like I was like scratching so hard yesterday. It's like I couldn't scratch it hard enough, and it's just, I don't know. I guess I need to put some kind of moisturizer on it. I put lotion on it after I got out of the bath yesterday, and then after I got sunburnt and stuff, I was putting aloe on it, but oh my gosh, it's been horrible. I've never had skin so freaking dry on my legs to where I just want to like peel it off and like start over. I have heartburn at night, but I got I got Pepcid AC. I was taking like an off-brand Pepcid AC, it did help, but it was 10 milligrams, so I went ahead and got the actual brand name. I don't know if that makes a difference, but I got the brand name, and it's 20 milligrams. So I think that's been helping quite a bit more, because it seems like it hasn't been quite as severe, but still a lot of times in the middle of the night I do end up having to take a Tums on top of it. But I can't imagine how bad it would be if I wasn't taking those things. Oh, I had like, this happens every time I'm pregnant, where my sciatic nerve gets pressure put on it, and it hurts sometimes, and it like hurt for the first time the other day, and I was like, yay, here it comes. Although this time I won't have to deal with it for quite as long, since I will be getting induced 3 weeks early. I won't have to deal with the pain for like up till 40 weeks. But yeah, it's not bad right now. It was only that one day, but I'm sure it's gonna be bad by the time I have a baby. Okay, and then this is just my stomach. Like, it's not huge. I'm not like ridiculously huge, but I have a pretty small torso, and it's like I look pregnant now pretty much all the time. And because my stomach is now out to here, I just feel like my freaking organs are already crushed, and I hate the feeling. What sucks is that I really, really don't like rushing being pregnant, because it's like when I look back on it, I'm like, oh, it was so cool to have like a bump and like be able to feel the baby and all that stuff. But when you feel like this all the time, like where you feel like you're just all the pressure on the top and the bottom, because like I said, I have a small torso, so my belly just takes up all of it when it gets big, and especially when I eat, like, but my lungs felt freaking crushed last night. Like when I was trying to sleep, I literally just felt like just like someone was like pushing on them, and I'm like, dang it, I'm only 30 weeks. It's gonna get bigger and it's gonna be so much more uncomfortable, and I just wish my torso was a little bit longer so my belly could be a little lower, so I could have like a little bit of space in between here, because it just feels like it's crushing me. And then like also, like I said, when I eat, it just feels like it just doesn't, like, its digestion takes like 10 years. So that's pretty much everything I've been dealing with. And then as far as my appointments, so my first appointment, where I was pretty much diagnosed with intrauterine growth restriction, I had dropped from about 13% at a month before that to below 1%. Like the baby measurements were all below 1%. And the doctor really scared me. He mentioned a lot of scary possibilities, and it was just a really bad appointment. And like for a couple days I was just so worried. Like I was afraid I was gonna lose my baby literally just any time. Like I was scared. But I had my growth scan the other day, and that one went a lot better. She said, but instead of being below 1%, the baby's like at 1%. So it grew as much as it was supposed to grow in that time, if not a little bit more. It's just staying really small overall. Like nothing stands out. She didn't even mention the echogenic bowel, it just means the bowel lights up brighter. And they kept mentioning that. And the fact that she didn't mention it tells me I'm pretty sure it resolved itself. They say it does 60 to 80% of the time. But I meant to ask her about it, but I completely forgot. And I'm like, well, she didn't say anything about it, so it probably isn't there anymore, which is nice, because that paired with the baby being small is kind of, I think, one of the reasons that the last doctor thought it was something genetic. She said, of course, with the baby being still that small, when babies are below 3%, that this is what I've learned from the group I'm in of other people who have a growth restriction. Basically, if the baby stays below 3%, it doesn't like jump to a big thing, like a bigger above 10% or something, and like stay there. You're gonna be induced at 37 weeks. So it's gonna be probably a 37-week induction, and that's crazy. But after that point, the chance for stillbirth goes up, because a lot of times it is a placental issue, even if you can't see it, and the placenta is failing by that point, and there's no point in keeping the baby in because they grow better on the outside. So my baby's probably gonna be really small. She told me, or either her or the tech, one of them said the baby was about 2 pounds 7 ounces at that appointment, and at the first growth scan where they scared me, the baby was 1.5 pounds. So it grew a lot, and 2.7 pounds it makes me feel so much better than barely a pound, you know. So it was really good news. Like it was all good. It was just kind of like, we're just gonna keep having these scans. And now my appointments are about to be insane, because I have a regular OBGYN appointment on Friday, and then starting the Friday after that, I'll have weekly checks on the cord to make sure that the nutrients in the blood and everything are flowing correctly to the baby, and they don't start backflowing or stopping or anything like that. So I'll have weekly ones of those, and then I'll also have weekly non-stress tests, which is where you sit down and they hook up a thing right here and monitor the baby's heart rate and see if, when the baby jumps around, like if it goes up like it's supposed to and all this stuff. And the Doppler checks, which is the cord flow, those will be on Fridays, and they said that the NSTs or non-stress tests will probably be on Tuesdays. So I'm gonna have like 1,000 appointments, but it's only going to be for about 5 weeks. So it'll be 5 weeks of crazy appointments. And I love seeing the ultrasounds, so I really don't mind those. It's just the non-stress tests will probably be pretty boring and kind of a pain, and it sucks that I'm going to have to miss a lot of work for this. I am working at least half the day on the days when I have the Doppler test, because I was like, can I come back after that so I don't lose the whole day? And he was like, yeah, you can come back if you want to. I was like, yeah, please, because I need as much money as I can before leaving, because I wasn't anticipating leaving in mid-August. And it's okay, but like the months that I really wanted to have off were like September, October, and November, and now it's gonna be probably more like August, September, October. unless I can somehow find the money to stay out of work a little bit longer. And so that kind of sucks a little bit, but I did also say I wanted an August baby, and now I'm getting an August baby, so my babies will all have different birth months. It'll be August, September, November. So yeah, it's a lot. I never expected to have to give birth at 37 weeks, but it's exciting at the same time because I'm like, that's 6.5 weeks away. I'm gonna have my baby in like 6.5 weeks because they won't let me go past it. I'm pretty sure if it was on like, if my weeks turned over on like a Monday or Tuesday, they might be okay with letting me go to 37 weeks in 1 day or 2 days. But because my weeks turn over on Fridays, and I'm pretty sure they don't schedule inductions for weekends, that kind of puts me in a position to where if they do schedule it, it's going to be 37 weeks or a day or two before. So that's why I say I don't know exactly when, but tentatively I will be giving birth on like August 18th, maybe a couple days before that. So that's crazy. I'm scared for the baby to come out. I'm scared that it's not going to be the same where they lay it on my chest and I just get to hold it and everything's fine and they leave the room. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a lot of people in there. The baby might immediately go to the NICU. Babies that are really small have a hard time regulating their blood sugar and their temperature, and sometimes they need help with oxygen. And those are just the, like, honestly, like the minor things. Sometimes they're underdeveloped in other ways too, and they need more NICU time. And I'm just pretty much prepared that the baby will be in the NICU for some time, but I'm hoping not. Like, it would be amazing if the baby came out and was like over 5 pounds and was able to regulate all that by itself, or even if the baby was only in the NICU for a couple days with me, like while I'm at the hospital, and I didn't have to leave without it, because that would be hard. So absolute best case scenario would be that the baby does not have to have NICU time, of course, but I'm pretty much prepared that it is going to happen. I'm just really, really hoping it's not like a month of NICU time or anything like that. So I'm hoping at my last growth scan, which will be exactly a month from now, I think on August 4th, I'm really, really hoping that, and these readings can be off, so there's no guarantee that what they see on the ultrasound is going to be exactly how much the baby weighs, but I'm really hoping that on August 4th, my baby is at least 4 pounds, because that gives it another like 2 weeks to gain like another pound or so and be hopefully over 5 pounds. And then another thing I was going to mention is it is a kind of hard to let go of the idea of like maybe finally going into labor on my own, because it was exciting to think about like, oh, with this third one, like it might go quicker, my water might break on its own, I might start contracting on my own and be so exciting, blah blah blah. And now there's really no chance of that, which is disappointing. Like, it was exciting to think about starting bouncing on the yoga ball and like taking walks and stuff like that around like 38 weeks and just trying to have the experience where it happens on its own. But that's really not, there's a lot of people that would be way more disappointed than me, because I've had 2 really good inductions, and so I'm not scared of induction. I just was like, I think this is going to be the one where I'm going to get to like go into labor on my own. And it's like, nope, not anymore. But it is also going to be good that it'll be planned, because it'll be easier to send the kids off to somebody and figure all that out with it being scheduled, rather than just if it was like in the middle of the night, be like, we need someone to watch the kids. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope I didn't leave anything out. It was a really good appointment. Crazy that I only have like 6 weeks left, but it'll be here before I know it, and then we'll find out if it's a boy or girl. I'm having a baby shower on like the 23rd of this month too. Don't know how many people will come. I really didn't invite a lot of people, and a lot of the people that I would like to invite wouldn't be able to come because they don't live here. Like, some of my best friends and my family don't live anywhere near Florence. Like, so that sucks, but it is what it is, and we'll see. It would be great to get a couple things knocked off of my registry to help with the money and me being able to stay home as long as possible, especially if this baby with this baby being probably going to be so small, like I already worry so bad about my babies when they're newborns, and I don't trust people to watch them or listen to me when I say don't do this or do that. So as long as I can stay home with this one, I would like to, but not made of money. The only thing I really can do to sort of keep staying home as long as possible is to start doing deliveries again, like delivery orders again, if the baby's a good car rider and would allow me to do that at some point. Then I could prolong going back to actual work for a little bit, but we'll see. I really don't know how things are gonna go. I'm excited to have the baby. I'm excited that we're getting closer and closer to holiday seasons, because even though I know we're like still really far away, I guess I'm thinking of, okay, August the baby's gonna be here, and then boom, it's gonna be like getting close to Halloween time. Like, I love that time of year and I can't wait. So that is everything. Oh, no, it is not. I need to show you my belly. So I'll measure it, and then I'll show you what it looks like now. And I'm also gonna show you it with the shirt on. So let me move this. Okay, so here's with the shirt on. I haven't eaten yet, so it probably looks small today, or right now, kind of small, but here's with the side. There's from the other side. Okay, and then my stomach looks kind of red because I've been out in the sun some. And it's also irritated and peeling too. It looks ridiculous, please ignore it. Okay, about the same as usual. All I can really say is it would probably be bigger if I had eaten, but it's about at 39 inches it looks like. All right, so, and then lastly, here's from the front. Here is from this side. And then here's from the other side. All right, guys, so that is everything. I'll be back for either my 31 or 32 week update, whichever one I end up having the time for. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.